Chapter 3, Facing the Truth. Periodically over the years, I would pull out my credit card statements and make a list of the balances of each one in a vain attempt to get control. But I always left off the smaller balances, those cards that were less than £2,000, say. And for some reason, I also chose not to acknowledge my £3,500 overdraft on my current account that I lived in full time right up to the limit. Now, as illogical as that sounds, I just couldn't face the whole truth. Those smaller balances sure as hell added up, yet I couldn't bring myself to acknowledge them. It was as though they breached my tipping point of how much I could cope with, and therefore it was safer to ignore and exclude them. Now, as with any journey, not only do we need to be clear on the destination, in this instance being debt-free, being paid in full, it's essential to know the starting point. Imagine setting off on a long journey to a new destination, somewhere you've never been before. You type in the destination to your GPS, and the first thing your GPS does is calibrate your starting point. It must know where you are in order to effectively guide your journey. It's the same with your debt-free goal. If you're anything like I was, and you've not been completely open and honest with yourself about the extent of your debt, now is the time. Honestly, I've got your back. The fact of the matter is that when you face the truth, you empower yourself. By lying and hiding the facts from yourself, you're actually sending a message to your brain that says, I'm weak and I can't handle this. And that affects who you're being moment to moment. It erodes your confidence and self-belief, which impacts your ability to take positive action. So, my love, it's time to take your power back. Since you've made your decision, now is the time to get crystal clear on what you're dealing with. So in this short chapter, I've added a call to action. And that call to action is this: empower yourself with clarity. Affirm continuously if you need to, I'm taking my power back. I'm taking my power back. As you list all of your outstanding balances, owing in full, omitting none. Appreciate yourself for taking bold, honest action, and acknowledge the fact that the total figure you've arrived at is simply going to reduce and reduce and reduce. So create an Excel spreadsheet with all of your outgoings and incomings so you have a clear picture of exactly how much you need as a minimum every single month. And when you've done that, come back and let's move into chapter 4.